Hello Cancer and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. Pardon. This is your reading for the 15th to the 29th of March 2021. So that's the second half of March essentially. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is the Retro Spirit Oracle, which I'll be using to draw a couple of cards from just to start your reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Cancer for the 15th to the 29th of March 2021. What messages are here for Cancer for the second half of March this year? Messages for Cancer. Oh, okay. What does Cancer need to know now? Okay, we'll just take these two that have fallen out. So you've got the Moon, emotions. This is a time of heightened emotions for you. Perhaps it's a calling for you to follow your intuition in the next few days or weeks. Oh, and you've got desire. So there's something that may be very alluring, very captivating for you. It sort of heightens your desires. So maybe following your desire, you need to follow your intuition in order to claim whatever it is you desire. Perhaps because you're wanting something so much, your desires heighten your emotions. So it does look like, for some sort of love may be prevalent at this time. But let's see where the rest of the reading goes. So let's see what's on the cards for Cancer for the 15th to the 29th of March 2021. What messages are here for Cancer for the second half of March this year? What does Cancer need to know now? So this is Dame Darcy's Mermaid Tarot. It's fascinating that you've got a mermaid there as well. And I'll be using the 8-card spread that I usually like to use, with the first 2 cards depicting you, where you are now. And then the next 2 cards will highlight the challenges that you face at this time and perhaps draw a link to what's brought you here. And then the next 2 cards may offer some guidance from Spirit to help you on your path towards the final 2 cards, which may reveal your possible outcome to this period. So let's see what you get. To start with, you have the Sun and Temperance. That's joy and happiness, but needing to balance. In fact, perhaps it could be the spark of joy you get when you're able to combine 2 different energies together to make something quite magical. But it's a lovely beginning, but let's see where we're going. You have the 7 of Wands and the Lovers in your challenge row, and then you have the 8 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles as your guidance, all about practicality there. And then you have the 4 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands in your outcome cards, and then you've got the World at the bottom of the deck, denoting the ending of a phase and the beginning of a new one, and some degree of success. as you step into a new role, a new phase, are you able to embrace that new phase, that new role, and see it in a positive and adventurous spirit, or is it daunting you? Let's see. So as I said, you have this burst of energy, this clarity, this joy, and it's connected to a balance of something, a combination of two different energies that almost magically have combined to create something new. But it also hints at the need for balance, for temperance, for moderation. And you have here in your challenges at this time a sense of defensiveness. It looks like, when I looked at this initially, I thought, oh, someone's defending their love. Well, the lovers is more about a choice, to commit, than about that deep bond between two people. So as a challenge, it's sort of, I do get a sense of like defending something you love, defending something you're desiring something, but there's challenges, there's competition, and you want to commit to it, you want to own it, you want to make this happen. But you're needing to stand your ground over adversaries. And I get a sense that, you're in a higher position to win, but your emotions may run riot with you this time. I get a sense that, as your challenge is to not be overly defensive, not to be too protective. Certainly hold on to what is of value to you and, stand your ground. But I get a sense the message here is be wary of being overly defensive. This coming together of two opposites is going to require a committed choice if it's to work. It has potential, but there's your challenge is in getting that commitment, getting that choice, and not spoiling that possibility with being overly defensive. It's just the sense I'm getting today when I look at it. So your guidance card, it suggests that this is something you're going to have to put a lot of work into. This is something that you're going to learn as you go on. It's going to require, if you want it to work, it's going to require your dedication and your focus. And, doing practical things in order to help it grow, to make it work. It's going to require sensible, practical, daily grind type effort. But with the Eight of Pentacles, it suggests you can master this. You've got what it takes to hone your skills and make this work, and from that comes an abundance. It also suggests here in your guidance cards that there needs to be some give and take, some letting go. Maybe there is a sense here of wanting to hold on to something so badly because you desire it, because you love it. But there is a need to let go to some extent, to let go of that control. If you look at this picture, the ship is so full of this abundance, but it's weighing it down, and in order to make it through turbulent waters or turbulent times, it's going to have to let go of some of the treasure. You can't hold on to it. So there's a sense you need to be generous, to give as well as to receive. But, I get a sense here of letting go, because just I get a feeling that there's a sense of holding on too tightly to something because of this intensity of your desire. And again, you've got the Moon card here. It's almost like a warning, or not to, or to be aware of how heightened your emotions are at this time, of how intense your feelings are, and to balance them, to moderate them in order to to prevent yourself from spoiling some connection that can be really good and beneficial for you and rewarding on a deeply gratifying emotional level by so it's not spoiling that by holding on too tight, by being too defensive, being afraid of losing it, really. So you need to temper your emotions, temper your desires, calm down, and take the practical steps you need to work at this, because this is going to take some work. You need to master something. You need to be prepared to learn as you go. But the rewards can be great. And as I say, again, be wary of holding on too much, because there's this message here that you need to let go a bit in order to stay afloat. This can take you to a point where you find you're actually able to hold on to what is of value to you. You're conserving what is necessary. You feel that security building up around you, and have that sense of being in control of what you own, of having enough. So if you're able to moderate your temper, your emotions and your desires, and allow them to, work with them, to learn and to be prepared to give, let go to some degree, you'll find that you reach that point where you're stable, where you feel grounded, where you feel secure, and you're able to conserve, to hold on to what is important to you. And and through that, you find things opening up. You'll actually be reaching a point where you can make a choice. Again, there's another indication of choices here. But that growth will begin, and things will open up, expand, and you'll have the I get a sense of holding the power in this, the having controlled it, having mastered it. You'll be able to take it where you want to. You'll be in a position of being able to expand upon it, and feel the growth, and feel some degree of your contribution to it, of your owning it, without necessarily having to hold on and be in control. And perhaps that's also where the world comes in, with that sense of entering a new phase, beginning again, having learnt a lesson. So then to recap, it sort of shows that there's this wonderful success at having attained something, but there's a need to temper your emotions, your desires, because if they become too strong, your over-defensiveness, your over-protection of it can hinder you from making that proper bond, that deep commitment, that choice to commit deeply. Okay, and then you've got the guidance here that this is something you're going to have to work on, and working on it, maybe working on within yourself, to be able to let go of the reins, to lighten things up, to temper your emotions and your desire. And if you're able to do that, you'll find yourself in a state of holding on to what's important to you. So in letting go some of it, you hold on what's essential, and you feel that security building up. That's the castles in the background there. And then things, you'll feel that the situation, the bond growing, you'll feel that new growth emerging and the expansion beginning, and you'll be able to make a choice of which direction you want to go with this, and how far you want to go with it. So there you have it, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then enjoy the next 2 weeks. And God bless you till we meet again.